Okay, so this is my Integrity Choices session number 2 that I went through with Scott, and I'll do my best to remember, what I want to communicate and everything that happened here, because there's just so much that happened in this session. Wow. I really got more and more, first of all, more and more clear. And I think when I listen to my own social account sharing video later on, whenever I feel inspired to, I'll probably get present to, like, there's just so much of clarity that will come to me, of things that I can't even see that's going on right now, because again, it's like I'm in the trenches, just like trying to make everything work, and it's like everything's coming right at me all at once, and they're all good things, like, but it's like now getting it all to work. And I think that has been the overwhelming and the scary part for me, where it's almost like I'm sabotaging myself by my own thoughts and beliefs. And I don't even know if that's even seemed authentic for me, for my own thoughts and beliefs. No, I don't think it's really that. I believe that things are working out and will work out in its due time. But I think this whole what is really my truth is this, that I communicate my session with Scott. It's like everything came out that was going on with me. My own kind of that scarcity to time. Like it's August, time is running out to make money, and all that kind of stuff came out. But without going into the story of that, it's probably not even about that. Just got more clear that if I had my funnel working and done, there would be no fear or worry. And it all comes down to the funnel, my marketing, which has been the issue with me for like months now, for like a year or 2 years, right? And I'm just saying a year because it's like I believe I have something solid, particularly right now with putting those two, like my offer out with the anxiety and worry. I've got an overwhelm of responses coming in. I mean, 90% or 95% is not converted into a phone call yet. I just had my first phone call actually for the offer this morning, and it was a lot, for me to take in, and I learned through that experience, of the process and the structure I want to put in so that kind of call doesn't happen again. And it was all perfect. It's not like it was a bad call. But I think what I got more clear about is just having my funnel working, and just that overwhelming feeling that there's just so much to do, and it's not like I'm not inspired to do it. Like, there'll be one day where I'm inspired to edit my story or do this for the funnel, and then it's like I'll be sidetracked onto something else that I need to do, and then it just becomes all like mishmash in my mind. Like particularly in the last couple of weeks, and it's all been good things because I finally have something. No, I shouldn't say finally, like I've never had, but I have something I can call, this is really what I want to do. That's I put out there, and there is an interest there. It's just now having a process and a funnel that works, and the marketing done right, so I don't have to get into situations where I'm explaining to people the value. Like, they just come on the call and they've been through the process and they know the value, they know the pricing ahead of time, they see the value, they're just ready to be closed, particularly. That's the ideal scenario I want. And I guess, like, it's so back to the value I got is just really admitting, where I'm not effective, where maybe that's not even the right word, but what still needs to be done, and looking at my own truth, is what is this all about that's going on? Like, there may be all these little components or little triggers that that pop up in my mind, but it's really comes back to my funnel, my marketing. The sooner I have my funnel done right, the sooner things are all going to come together and money's going to come in, and I'm going to be able to do the work that I do, love to do, more so without having to worry so much about getting my marketing together. I just need to get it right once, right? Um, and then this wasn't part of the session, but there was a 30-minute bonus where Scott took me through a chapter in the big book. That was a 30-minute bonus part of it, which was very meaningful and spiritual to me, especially at this time, at this point of where I'm at. So that came in, and I went through that as well. And yeah, just really communicating again the truth, being honest with myself, and not having to pretend, and just being self-aware, of what is it that, how do I want things to go? And it's not just about that, like it's not about blame or blaming the prospect or the client or whatever, but there are different ways to look at it. It's just that having a clear process in place and admitting, okay, this was off, this wasn't done right, and there was an impact for me not having the information together, urgently. There was an impact on this person, and as a result, this is how the call went. So, yeah, it all comes down to the funnel, and just, yes, there's so much in my mind feel like I need to do, and feeling like I got to do it all. And actually, yes, I got to do it all on my own. Yes, I have Scott's support and guidance, but at the end of the day, it has to be my voice, just like his AAA thing, even though he has my support, my guidance, in it. But ideally those emails he's creating, because they have to come from him. He knows his market better than me, of course, so he's going to have to write these emails. And same thing with this worry anxiety offer, even though Scott's a big part of it, adds credibility with his results and success stories with my offer. But I gotta do this on my own, like put my offer together on my own, like come up with the price on my own, what feels good, and that's kind of being a conflict in my mind with the money. And so what I got from that, yeah, I gotta do it on my own, and it's okay to just make requests, it's not about the doing, but doing it intelligently, and making requests of if I need assistance in something, and making a request with integrity though, not putting people in a bind or feeling like they have to owe you. It's just a request, and yeah, I gotta remember enjoying the process, and that's what I committed to Scott. Like, my part of my integrity is not just do things how I'm normally used to doing things, more so in the past. Keep busy, just work hard, but enjoying this creation of this funnel. Like, this is a good thing. I've arrived. I'm so close. I put out something. It seems to be working. I just put out a Facebook ad as part of my last week's homework. Not even done all correctly. Like, the targeting and all is not all. They're not even expecting so many responses to come in. But every day I'm getting a response. I'm interested. I want to book a call. I'm interested in participating in this case study. Whatever. Yes, it hasn't all converted to a phone call yet, but people are reaching out. There is some interest, so something's working. It's just creating a process that works for them and for me, and a funnel. Like, there's no funnel yet built in, and that's why I feel so overwhelmed. So I'm so close to having it, you know. I'm so close. it's just, you know, it's just having all those processes together. And I think that's what's been stopping me in my head, just feeling overwhelmed again. Right? And yeah, even though I've been going about it as gracefully as I can every day, not trying not to focus on, not talking about it, but just doing what I know to do and enjoying the process and doing what I'm inspired to do first. But at the end of the day, it's not like that. That worry never comes back with the incompletions I have. And so it all comes down to the funnel, and that's what I got more clarity on today's session. Having my funnel in integrity, my process is in integrity. And that's where my confidence, my certainty will just be consistent. It's just having that funnel in place. So, yeah, and being really, I know this, but really being brutally, I don't say brutal, but yeah, transparently honest with myself. And I'm constantly just, learning. I guess that's part of being an entrepreneur and doing your own marketing. You're constantly analyzing and critiquing what's not working. How can I improve that? Okay, how can I prevent from that kind of call from ever happening again? Constantly looking at that, right? And what is it am I committed to and that I want? And acting in alignment. I know that sounds general, but just acting in alignment to that and stopping and thinking. Okay, and like I know now, it's like one grain. If I don't do something out of inspiration or just like it's a task, it's not gonna work anyways. And yeah, sometimes we just gotta do what we need to do, whether we're inspired or not, because it just has to get done. But finding a way to still be inspired with doing it, or doing it in a way, that's not gonna be suffering, because there's always a way. And looking from it from an empowering context. Okay, maybe and that's is what came to me as I was going through the session with Scott. Oh, maybe after this, the first thing I can do, it doesn't seem so taxing, is edit my worry story that we went through, that I already wrote a year ago, and Scott said it's impeccable, and I forgot I wrote all that. I knew it was there, but I actually read it over today, really read it, and oh, it's there, that's what I could share as a hook in my funnel. I don't have to go through all these details and stuff. People don't care about you. As Joel Orway says, people don't care about you. They care about what you can do for them. And so I was okay, maybe that's what I can start with, is editing that story, which is not tasking, and then I'll get inspired to go on to the next thing. So that's what came up for me as I was going through this session with Scott. And I guess my homework really is I kind of set timelines for myself. The intention is by Friday is to have an email blast ready and the offer pretty much complete. When I say the missing components of it that's not there, but what it should be in an offer there, complete, like results, testimonials, things like that, and do an email blast out to my list of 500-600 people, whatever that I have in Kartra, my old list, and do actually it's a list, sorry, of now 2,000 people in Kartra, and send out an email blast by Friday of this offer, and then by Sunday is to do a Facebook ad, do it the right way through Facebook Ads Manager, which is how we're supposed to do it. And with adding the targeting. So my job is to learn more about the Dan Henry targeting, how to do that, so I can be prepared to do a Facebook ad of this worry anxiety offer with the targeting stuff there, and have it go out by Sunday. So those are the timelines I've set for myself, just so I have a focus and a deadline to work towards for this particular offer. And that's what I got out of my session today. Scott, thank you.